Not all journal pages are meant to be a masterpiece or a breakthrough. Sometimes they're just needed to take a pause. I'm Ingrid Carlsen, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. I hope that this video inspires you to go create something today and to not focus on necessarily the perfection aspect of making a journal page, but instead the calmness that it can bring to your mind. Today, I'm showing you 5 different pages that you can make when you just need to take a break. Page 1 is what I call a rage layer. I'm going to write out anything that I'm frustrated with, angry at, and this can be uncensored and messy. Then I'm going to take some paint. I'm using white here, and I'm going to cover over it. Then once it's completely dry, I can actually start to decorate over it. And if you'll notice, you can still see a tiny bit of my writing underneath. This is a method that helps you to release any anger and let it go and create it into something beautiful. Page number 2 is a brain dump, and this is just like you would do a normal brain dump page where you just start writing whatever it is. Maybe it's your to-do list for today of what you need to get done. Maybe it's a list of what you did already for the day. Maybe it's a list of things that you want to remember to do later, or a moment that maybe you forgot to write down. And this way, when we are putting it on a page, it becomes a quiet record of our real life. And when we are skimming through our journals, that is where our story is being told. That is where a piece of you commemorates forever. There is something so calming about collage, especially picking out pieces that are in your scrap bin or pieces that you were going to discard and now you get to use them. There's also something that's very meditative in tearing the pages, in that just beautiful crinkle that you can feel and hear. Collaging is a perfect way to settle your mind because you can really be mindless about this. You don't have to worry about everything lining up. You will make it fit into place. It works every single time. And as an extra tip, I would recommend that you pull out papers that are soft and serene feeling, because it will affect the overall feel of your project when you are done. You can see here, you kind of get lost in these beautiful blues and tans, and it's kind of giving a little bit of ocean. Although this is page number 3, I think that this is definitely the number 1 go-to for when you need to quiet your mind or you need to calm yourself and relax. And that is by writing a list of things that you're grateful for. And believe me, I understand sometimes we are in seasons where it is very hard to find things that you're grateful for. So I'm going to recommend that you start small. Maybe it is your journal. Maybe it's the pen you're using. Maybe it's the glue you're using. Once you start writing a couple of things, then you're going to see that they kind of start pouring out of you. And what this does is it starts training your brain to look for the good instead of the bad. And that's kind of with all of these different techniques that we're doing today. That's what we're doing. We are letting go of the bad and we are bringing in the good. The point of all 5 of these pages isn't necessarily the beauty behind them, even though when we look back, we can find a lot of beauty. What it is, it's in the meditative process of creating. It's in enjoying what you're doing. And these are pages that I would encourage you to just throw together. I literally am just picking fabrics that were in the kind of same color scheme, and I wanted some of them to be solid, some of them to be where you could see through, like this like mummy netting and the lace, and then I'm just going to stitch them in place. What ends up happening is at the end, it is beautiful. It's a little tiny art piece, but that wasn't my main concern. My main concern was just putting down layers that were soft and beautiful. And then at the end, I have a beautiful page to show for it, and I have a calm mind. The last page that I'm showing here is page number 5, where we are going to be calling this the Dream Day page. This one was a little hard for me, and this one is where we are going to just write out the perfect day. There's no stress. All of the things that you need to have are there, and you are just going to write down maybe what your favorite day looks like. I had trouble when I first started this one, but now I really enjoyed it, and I'll definitely do more like this. Then I added a cluster and clipped it into place so that I know that those words are there in the back, but if somebody was flipping through my journal, they wouldn't necessarily see them front and center, but they're still there in the back. And they're also there to serve as a reminder of maybe I can look back and see what are the things that would be my perfect day. And although, like for me, I don't live by the beach, maybe I can do some things that would emulate the feeling that I would get by waking up at the beach. Maybe it's getting up early. Maybe it is going for a walk. Whatever those things are that are maybe sometimes out of our reach, maybe we can find different things that can bring us closer to emulating them. If you've been feeling a little overwhelmed, I hope that these quick and easy pages gave you an idea or two on how to release some of that into your journal. I think that even one page can make a difference and give you just that little bit of breathing room that you might need. I wanted to thank you so much for being here. I hope that this video has blessed you today, and I want to thank you for all of the love and support that you cover me with every single day. I want to remind you today also that you are heard, you are seen, your story deserves to be told, and you are loved unconditionally. Until we meet again, love you. Bye.